do you think acting classes is a scam?
Don't go to your local homeboy that just got a couple guest stars up on a show, and because he got a couple guest stars, he now feel like, oh, I'm gonna hold these acting classes.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not qualified, baby. You're not working with me.
Nah.
But
look, check it out. I got people that'll be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Put me in this. It'll help you.
I don't have to deal with your attitude.
Yeah.
I don't give a about who your people are.
Yeah.
Your attitude towards me and my crew means everything. You have to respect us. I don't think a Diddy party was bad. I just think the people that wanted to be there was there.
Yeah.
But if in any case a minor was there, it's a no.
They was like, but do she got a BBL? I was like, I don't think she do. I think Sherell is natural.
My booty ain't like the perfect basketball. Like it's a butt, but it ain't like
just to show what you're working with. Just at this camera right here, just a quick little.
What up? I'm YoungBlaze. I'm a rapper, producer, and director, photographer, just all the way around creator. So what about you? You actor, filmmaker, musician, someone who's creating or part of something amazing? Well, come meet people like you, where we take Chicago, Hollywood, and we meet up in the middle, and we get successful. So if somebody tell you switched up, acting different, acting brand new, nah. Just tell them I'm just acting ChicallyWOOD.
What's happening? What's good?
What's up? How are you?
I can't call it. Who are you?
My name is Sherell Brown. I'm an actress, writer, director, producer.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Chicago, Inglewood.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say that because I ain't from out west or I ain't from over east.
Ooh.
I ain't from ChicallyWOOD. I'm from Inglewood.
Yeah, so that means that you pretty much are qualified to speak on ChicallyWOOD activities.
Of course.
What that means is for anybody that is in Chicago, you know, we always have this thing, people feel like we got to go all the way out to Hollywood and this and that and the third, but we pretty much got our own industry.
Man, we definitely have it here in Chicago.
Yeah.
People just got to know how to get to it.
This is true.
And so you just got to figure out your lane.
True.
And kind of stay up in that lane. But if you got multiple lanes, you got to learn how to be great in all those lanes.
Thanks. So this is the question. What do you do?
Well, right now, I'm an actress and
Okay.
I'm a director and producer.
Yeah. So what's some stuff you produced?
But I produced about 8 movies on BCPlus.
Yeah. Give us one.
The Final Say.
Final Say.
Just As I Am.
Okay.
Christmas Wish, A Christmas Miracle. Infidelity.
Okay.
Which is one that I wrote and directed as well. I produced The Ways. That's on Tubi.
Okay.
I wrote and directed that one, and then I have a Christmas movie the day before Christmas.
So let's back up. Let me ask you something because you mentioned Tubi. Why do you think Tubi gets so much hate?
Tubi gets a lot of hate because in the beginning, in 2020, when we went on the COVID thing,
yeah,
people from Detroit, I'm gonna say Wisconsin too, because what people don't know is that all the movies didn't come from Detroit.
Okay.
If you looked at the skyline and listened to some of the dialogue that people were talking about,
yeah,
it was basically they were from Wisconsin too.
Okay.
And then they were filming scenes in Miami and then doing scenes in Atlanta, but that was something that they did before COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so what had happened was, I don't know his name. I'm gonna still say the show, McGraw Avenue.
Okay.
The guy from there made this movie called Plug Love, and it went so viral on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we was in quarantine basically, so nobody had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Then he ended up putting it on Tubi, and so people was watching it on Tubi as well. And so we saw the majority of Detroit like making movies, but what happened was the movies were not great. So people were just filming movies and the sound wasn't great, the picture wasn't great. We were just watching movies on this app. And mind y'all, this is movies that had been on there. The thing is, this 2020 and we just now catching up on Tubi.
Yeah.
So the movies that we were watching, they were movies from probably 2013 to 2014 as well. We just watching them in 2020 now because we don't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And so we were watching movies that the storyline was good, but the sound was a little off and the quality was a little off. But we watched it because we was able to understand it, because being from the hood and watching stuff from the hood, we was able to, you know what I'm saying, be like, yeah, I know exactly how that went down. So it was relatable.
Okay.
And that's what was hitting. what happened with that was they started getting a lot of traction.
Yeah.
And so they started improving their stuff. As soon as somebody got their first big check, they was like, damn, this is $100,000.
What?
Okay,
It's money like that in
It's
it?
money like that. I know a filmmaker. I'm not going to name him, but I had a conversation with him. He's from Detroit. I said, how much did you make from your last movie? He said, I made $100K in the first 6 months. Okay. I know somebody from Chicago that made $300K in their first 6 months. And so what's happening is, if you see a movie trending on Tubi, then you know that it's making money.
Nice.
So if you go on Tubi and you see it, you keep seeing those same movies and you see them in different categories. Yeah. Those movies are trending. So those movies are making hella money.
Man, we need to get on this. We need to get on this bandwagon, this ship right here before it sails. So let me ask you this. So which one do you have an affinity, more of a love for? So you said producing, acting, and you direct too.
I do.
So which one would you say you have even though I know you love them all, but if you had to just pick one?
It'd be acting.
It'd be acting. Why is that?
Because I started off acting.
Okay.
The only reason why I started directing was because I couldn't find nobody to direct my movies that I wrote. I always was a writer. Even in school, I was a writer. Yeah. I started writing a book about, my daughter is 18. I started writing a movie like a book like 15, 16 years ago. Okay. And what happened with that was I wrote it on paper. And then I ended up keeping it. I still have it written out. I typed it out, but I never completed it. I started something else. I have a book on Barnes & Noble and Amazon Prime called A Brother's Envy. So I was like, I got to do something else. Because my thing was Zane. I used to read Zane books like crazy. And Washida Clark, I think.
Wow, shout out to Zane books. I remember those.
And
I never really read those, but yeah, I know.
And Sister Soldier and I think Washida, and then the lady who co-wrote on my rewrite of Infidelity, her name was LaJill Hunt. Okay. Why I have her book? Yeah. I said, I texted her like, is this your book? She like, yeah, I'd had your book for like 20 years, girl. Damn. That's how long she been writing. And shout out to her. She's writing movies that's on BCPlus. Not movies too, but them series that you see. I can't think of it. The Family Business or something like that. Okay. If that's the one that's on BCPlus, like, she's writing on that. Okay. And she's writing on a whole bunch of other movies and shit that's on BCPlus. Like, she's doing her thing. Man, shout out to her.
That is what's up. So let me ask you this. So as somebody, music is my background, and I love music. I'm getting into doing more movies and film. I mean, I kill it on the music video tip, but going into doing film is a whole different other monster. You as an actress, what is some advice you have for somebody that is trying to get into this business? Because it feels like we have two different types of industries. You got Hollywood, and then you got ChicallyWOOD. That's what I like to call it. And I used to take that as a bad thing when people be like, oh, you acting ChicallyWOOD, which I was like, what the hell does that even mean? But now, as I basically embrace it, I feel like it is our own industry. Right. So what advice do you have for somebody that's like, yo, I'm trying to like get my name out here, starting out in Chicago? What do you...
As an actress?
Yeah.
Network. You need to figure out how to network with other actors and stuff that's in your same like level. Yeah. Because what happens is a lot of those actors know somebody that's doing something else. Okay. And do extra work, because I bumped into a lot of people that was doing extra work and friended them on Facebook. And then what happened was they were auditioning for other movies and stuff, and I would follow the director, or the director see my picture and they'll follow me, and it just became one full circle. So network, like, you have to network. Yeah. You need real headshots, baby.
So headshots is so important. How important is headshots?
Headshots the first thing I want to see. If you send me a picture with you on the couch, like, let me know, because you not telling me that you're taking it seriously. Yeah. Get your headshots and try to enroll in the class, because if you're just beginning in the class, it'll help you in somewhat. Like, some people got the gift. Yeah. Some people didn't never have to take acting classes, and they just got it. But
so wait, before we touch on that, not to cut you off, I want to go back to this headshot thing. So what makes a good headshot? Because everybody got iPhones, everybody got a phone, everybody feel like, oh, well, is it because you have to? And I mean, real briefly, I knew somebody that basically got some really good headshots, but because they didn't get them from this particular individual out in LA, they didn't want to deal with them. But is it because the headshots have to be from somebody big name, or is it have to be a particular camera? What is your advice for that?
Let me tell you something. Somebody will tell you, and they will say, "Hey, your headshots in Chicago, Jen Stanko, she has done 1 million headshots."
Jen Stanko?
Stanko, Stanko.
Miss Stanko.
She has done all of my headshots. The only person that has ever did my headshots. And when I submitted those, they said, "Oh yeah, Jen did these."
Yeah.
Because she have did most of the clientele that the agencies already have.
Okay.
And so what I would say is your headshot has to be clean. If a person is doing your headshots, don't just let them do anything. Look at their portfolio and see what they have done. Don't be their test dummy and then try to submit it to agencies.
Yeah.
So do your research, and sometimes you may have to find a person, and the person may cost $200. But if they're reputable,
yeah,
and their headshots are good, I'm gonna say go ahead and fuck with it.
Okay. So then when you look at somebody's headshots, you can tell like, yo, this is quality, this is fire, because the background is all blurry, nice.
The
and
background
stuff.
is solid. Let me tell you something. With Jen, you can take a headshot in the backyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she know how to make the background of it just focus on you. Not saying just really blur it out, but she know how to make that just focus on you.
Yeah.
Also, the clothing that you wear something that brings out your tone.
Okay.
And then once you get those main headshots, you can go and mess with some other shit. Cause Nancy Vela,
She's from Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay.
Her headshots probably running $300-$400, but you get like a couple looks. You get the doctor look. You get the motorcycle person look. You get to be, if you a cop, you get that look.
Yeah.
I haven't booked with her because she was a little too expensive for me when I did try to book with her a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely leaning towards trying to get something from her. But I was just like, do I need all of that?
Yeah.
Because if I'm submitting something for a doctor role, my headshot, they should look at my headshot and say, I could see her being that doctor.
Okay.
Versus them seeing me with a white coat on.
Okay.
But it's just that's just fun. It's just fun to have that in your portfolio because you can submit those and give people like, oh, she do look good in a white coat. So it'll give them something else to look at. But if you can't afford her, go to Jen or go to the person that you know that has done really good headshots.
Yeah. Can you go to Magic Photo? Do that still exist?
Remember
Magic Photo?
It do.
There was no magician up in there.
I took PJ up there.
Yeah?
Yeah, PJ had photos and Magic Photos.
Okay.
PJ and grandbaby.
Man, that's still, wow. Shout out to Magic Photo.
Which mall was I in?
It got to be River Oaks.
River Oaks Mall, I
Because
think.
it can't be no Evergreen or no Ford City.
I think it was River Oaks.
Shout out to them malls, man, back in the day. Okay, so let me ask you this. And this goes into my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think acting classes is a scam? Because, a lot of times people are like, yo, come pay, this, whatever it costs. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm learning, so I'm understanding.
It's not.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you something, too. It's different forms of acting classes.
Okay.
It's acting 101. It's a commercial acting class. It teaches you how to audition for commercials. It tells you what commercials are looking for. It's acting 10. It's acting 102, and then it's acting in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's acting with on theater.
Okay.
It's acting with monologues. So it's different types of acting classes that you can take, and if you take them from a reputable school, it's not a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to your local homeboy that just got a couple guest stars up on a show, and because he got a couple guest stars, he now feel like, oh, I'm gonna hold these acting classes.
Yeah.
No, he's not qualified, baby. I'm sorry. Go to somebody that's reputable. So when you sending your headshots and your resume to these agencies, they know Vagabond.
Yeah.
They know Chicago Acting Studio. They know I think it's Greenwood school. Like they know that these schools.
Yeah.
And so they can call these teachers actually and be like, "Did you have this person in your class?" They can do that because a lot of the teachers and stuff are friends with some of the agents.
Okay.
My acting teacher was an actual actor too.
Okay.
And so he had did some shows and that was cool. So he let you know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's also script reading acting classes too. They help you break down scripts and stuff.
Okay.
So it's so many out there, but take it from a reputable source. Don't go to Homeboy. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's wrong with Homeboy? You don't like Homeboy?
You can't do Homeboy.
He decent. He got
you
good
know,
weed.
and it's
Don't
crazy
even
because
smoke,
I
good.
can be like, hey, the acting class.
Okay.
I can host an acting class, right? But I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I could feel like I direct that, I produce movies. I got credibility. I can do that.
Yeah.
No, nobody knows my fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Well, hopefully, that's what this platform is for, because at the end of the day, I see a lot of people that have amazing talent, and it's like, hey, we need to show more about what we got to offer. So with that being said, let me ask you this, because you've worked with a lot of actors, you've casted actors. What is something that you specifically look for when you're putting somebody in one of your films? What, like, is it you look for, do they have a reel? I mean, I know headshots, but is it they have a reel? Because some people are like out here, they're like, man, I'm dope, but I just ain't got into that. I know reels are important, but what do you specifically look for?
If they don't have a reel, I want them to do a dramatic monologue.
Okay. And what is that per se? Just how does that work?
A monologue that I can ask you, can you cry on cue?
Mm-hmm.
Can you deliver me a monologue and talk to me in a way? And then you talk to somebody in that monologue. But then you have to figure out what your outline is, because some people do a monologue and they'd be like this, and a camera right here, and they'd be like this, and all you see is this, because they think they're afraid to look at the camera. When the ideal is not to look directly at the camera. The camera right here is my eyes. Your focus is right here, or it's right here. So you don't have to turn and do this. All you have to do is look at my ear, and that should be your focus. So if I get my camera and I know my lens is right here, then I can talk directly into my camera, but I'm not looking at that lens. I can talk on the side of it. And if I'm talking to two people, I'm making sure that I'm doing this, and I'm doing this because I'm letting them know that somebody else is in the room.
Yeah.
And so you just gotta, man, it's not hard.
Okay.
But once you start getting the gist of things and auditioning, you'll be like, okay, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so let me put you through a scenario. So let's say I'm somebody coming to you, I want to be in one of your films, right? You like what I can do, but the thing is, I have a terrible ass attitude. How do you deal with the adversity that sometimes come with this business? Because
you're not working with me.
Nah.
But
look, check it out. I got people that'll be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Put me in this. It'll help you. I got a nice social media following.
That's cool.
How does that work?
I don't have to deal with your attitude.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about who your people are.
Yeah.
Your attitude towards me and my crew means everything. You have to respect us. Yeah. Because we have to feel comfortable on set. I'm so silly on set, and I be telling jokes, and I make everybody feel comfortable. You have to bring that same energy. I can't allow that energy to be around because you got a social media following. Because I know people that got followers. I could just grab them.
Yeah.
And so if your attitude sucks, you would not work with me. I don't give a who the fuck you are.
Without saying no names, do you have any situations in particular like, oh man, this shit was crazy? Have you ever had anything like that?
I did.
Yeah.
But in that situation, it kind of wasn't that person's fault. They was just kind of doing what they told. And at that moment, I feel like I would never work with them again. But then I took a step back and was like, it wasn't their fault. They thought this was their job. Yeah. And they was doing their job. But I had to let them know that's not your job.
Okay.
And so in that moment, I just was like, I'm not doing it again. I actually got them fired.
Yeah.
And so
did you feel bad, or he was like,
it
is what it is?
I did not. That person made everybody on set feel so uncomfortable. So I did not. I'm a girl's girl. So if most of the people on my set are women, and you're being disrespectful or making them feel away, I'm sorry. I know what's on set. You can't do that.
So let's backtrack. You said in this business is to make it is networking, right?
Yes.
By you being a woman in this business, how do you deal with like somebody trying to network with you, but low key they like, but look, I'm trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
Why you want to talk?
I'm trying to see what's up, because you know that's what happens in this business. People be like, they got alternative motives or ulterior motives. Do you see that coming? And if it happens,
so when that happens, a person usually try to get straight to it a little bit. They, you know what I'm saying? It has happened so weirdly that people try to actually talk to me before they work with me. Yeah. And then, you know, when something come about, let me send you my resume. It's like, nah, I can't, because you've been trying for like a long time to try to get at me. Is this your way of getting close? Bruh, it ain't gonna work. Yeah. And so being around me, and once people be around me, they kind of be like, damn, she cool. And sometimes it makes them be like, you know, I want to after we work together, if I can still take her out. Yeah. But I don't be doing that.
Somebody asked me, it was funny because they knew you, but they were like, they was like, man, she dope as hell. They was like, but do she got a BBL? I was like, I don't think she do. I think Sherell is natural. I mean, can you know what I'm saying? That is kind of crazy when you think about it, like, yo, how many directors out here with a BBL? I mean, I'm pretty sure in LA is some weird shit going on, but not saying it's weird, but it is what it is. So.
Girls ask me that, like, is it real? Can I touch it? I'm like, yeah, go ahead and touch it. Yeah. It's real.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't even like, my booty ain't like the perfect basketball. Like, it's a butt, but it ain't like the BBL but that they let me know some BBLs is fucked up. Some of them are fucked up, but when you think about BBL, you think about like perfect or whatever. Like, it's perfect for me. But it ain't like the two basketballs.
And you know, I gotta do this for my fellas. Is it possible you can stand up and just to show what you're working with? Just at this camera right here, just a quick little. Right here? Yeah, you could do a little 360. Like this. I mean, they have it. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? So okay. So let me ask you this, man. So, what inspired you? As far as like, was it a particular movie that was out that you said, yo, this is where I'm at? You know what I'm saying? This is basically what makes me want to get into this industry.
Black Panther.
Really? I mean, that was like not too long ago.
No, it was 2016.
Yeah.
The first Black Panther was filmed in 2016. It might have came out later, but it was filmed in 2016. And I felt that to be an extra for Black Panther, and they ended up hitting me back. My cousin had an agency. That's how I started her agency, and that's how I met Jay Davis. But that's another story.
Shout out to Jay Davis. Okay.
Shout out to him. Let me put back on him for 1 second. He ended up sending me an email to be on set at 9 a.m. That was actually for the cast. Okay. And the extras had to be on set at 2. So I was on set at 9 a.m. with all the cast. Yeah. And that's how I became cool with him, because, why you here? I'm like, shit, I got an email that said be here at 9 o'clock. Yeah. I wasn't supposed to get that email. Yeah. And so they didn't send me back home. I was able to be in the back with them, with the person that do hair, makeup, and Jay and Leon Rogers, and I be forgetting people's name. The girl, I think her name was Lena or something.
Not Lena Waithe.
It is not her.
Shout out to Lena Waithe.
I can get her name right now. She worked with Cassandra Bell.
Okay, that's another name I'm familiar with in this business.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cassandra Bell.
Shout out to her. She got a movie that's on Tubi right now called I think A Piece of Heaven or A Little Piece of Heaven. Okay. I actually seen it trending last night while I was looking for my movie, and it wasn't trending, you know. But shout out to her. I heard of
her stuff because she has a film called September Rain, I believe, and I got some people in it. And this is the thing, man. I got to give everybody props because, like I said, I'm coming from the music and the rapper background, so I'm just basically kind of doing my thing where I can kind of jump ship here and come back here, and you know what I'm saying, work with dope people.
She was in Jay Davis' movie called Not Another Black Movie. Mm-hmm. And it was like a spoof, I think it was like a Madea spoof or
like
something
Wayne's
like that.
Type of joint, or?
No, it was like a spoof, like a Madea's joint type of spoof.
Okay.
It was called Not Another Black Movie. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, Richard, if I'm not saying that right. But anyway, they were filming, and she was Jay's girlfriend up in there. So if you watch that movie on Tubi, Not Another Black Movie, you will see who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And I was back there with them. Then I was in a comedy room scene with Damon Williams. That's how I met him. Now this was 2016, y'all. I had never did nothing. I stepped into the world being an extra. And to me, that was like, I always been trying to get here. So it had meant so much to me because I had tried to put my kids into acting when they were younger, but it just didn't happen. And so with me stepping into that door being an extra, I was like, okay. So I ended up having my first audition for a monologue play. Nervous as hell. And so I did it. When I was younger, I had a speech problem. So I was nervous about doing a monologue because, like, as an adult, I still have, like, a slight speech problem. But I be fixing it. Like, at times I find myself stuttering in between things, but I worked on it, like, so much that sometimes it's not noticeable, see? And sometimes it is. And so I was nervous because I had a audition. I had to do a monologue, like, up close and personal. And I did it. Like, I did so good. And that's was my first play. That was in 2016. And I just kept going up in there. Met somebody named Shakira Reedus. We became cool. And then Shakira was like 18, 19 then. She like 28 now, 29 or something like that.
Okay.
And so I met her and she told me about Backstage. I met a girl named Robin and I met Quinaya Hearn, who...
Backstage, that is a platform for actors to post their headshots.
Backstage is a platform for actors to get gigs. I submitted my daughter Akira to play. They did Tupac movie.
The one that they had the random iPhone that showed that that one?
This was back in, I'm gonna say 2016, 2017.
Okay, yeah.
They did Tupac movie. And my daughter has an audition for like a role or something through Backstage and she got it, but something ended up happening to where they chose somebody else. And that's how Hollywood works. They would pick you and then somebody else come along that they feel that's a little bit better, or if a celebrity quality or a child come through, they'd be like, yeah, we'll just take her. We can let them know that she's released. Now, if you're on hold, they'll still pay you, but you released.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened with her. And I was like, okay, she finna be up in this movie they finna talk about Tupac and this and that and the third or whatever. But she never got it. But I auditioned for a lot of things on Backstage before I knew about Actors Access, which is another reputable site that you can go to and audition. Raven Drummer is Tyler Perry's casting person. She's always posting on Actors Access for his movies, for his TV shows, for guest star roles, everything.
Yeah.
And I just been submitting myself for that. You pay $68 for 1 year, and you can submit to unlimited things. You can submit to things in LA, Canada, Chicago, any source that has it that's outside of our universe, the countries or whatever. You can submit to those, but you gotta have your headshots in order. Have your headshots in order, y'all. Do those monologues. If you ain't got no experience acting, do a dramatic monologue and then do a comedy monologue. Make them want you. If you do a monologue and it's funny, that's dope, because most people don't laugh at monologues.
Yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So with everything being said, like, you know the culture like the back of your hand especially when it comes to Chicago, man. So let me ask you, what do you think we're missing as far as to get that love, that look, that respect, where we don't have to always run to Atlanta, run to LA, run to New York? How do we get that look here? What do you think we need to do?
The look?
I mean, as far as to be able to say, look, we need to set up an industry there, as in we're coming there, we bring in a lot more people here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big industries.
Because we have that. We have CineSpace.
Okay.
And CineSpace have Chicago PD.
Yeah.
Chicago Fire. Chicago Med. We even shot, if y'all remember the show called The Nanny, long time ago, The Nanny.
Okay.
They shot the pilot for The Nanny here.
Got you.
The first 100, I believe, that they shot here. So many shows that they shot here in Chicago. Back to those. So this is the one that Jen Stanko did. She did that. She edited that. And I liked it. But what was happening was, I guess people were complaining about her edits. And to me, her edit was natural.
Yeah.
Like, it's natural. And though this a different headshot. It's the same one, but it's different. You can tell because my neck a little different. But and then this is the one that she sent me, and then she works with. Well, she don't work with, but she know this app called Fix It Photo. You just send your photo to them for the $5 and they edit it for you. And this is another photo, but she shot this, but they edited it.
So that's some game you dropping. It's called Fix a Photo.
Yeah, fixitphoto.com.
So what makes it better than just using a filter or just doing something with AI or something? What is it like?
I mean, AI is different. AI wasn't on back then, back in 2017. So people wasn't using AI.
Right.
And so now you can definitely use AI. But Fix It Photo only costs $5. And they give you like a 48-hour turnaround. So if you have an editor takes your pictures and the editor say, well, I'm only editing 3 pictures. Yeah. And that's it. And it's $20 per picture that you want edited. You say, okay, just give me my pictures. And then you can choose 3 pictures that you want them to edit, and then send whatever other picture you want for $5 to Fix the Photo, and they'll edit it and they'll touch up. If you say, hey, get these blemishes off, make my teeth whiter, my stomach flatter, like you know what you want them to do, $5, and they gonna do it.
Can't be mad at that.
You cannot.
Price of a coffee.
You cannot.
Can't be mad at that. All right, let me ask you this, man. Let's get into a little scandalous shit here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some scandalous shit. Let me ask you something. Do you think it's always, I mean, we got these whole Diddy parties, freak offs. Do you think it was some Diddy-esque Chicago freak off things happening? Do you think we got like crazy little Diddies running around here?
It is. But I think that one of the shows that somebody has speaked on, I'm not gonna speak on the show, but one of the actors has speaked on, they've been on the show years ago, and it was like, if I would have known, you know what I know now, I was a kid. And this was happening, and that was happening, and I was in rooms that I should not have been in. Right. And so, like, it was happening, and because a person wanted to be on a YouTube or acting back then, they felt like that was okay to do, and so, but it's not. And at no point should a person be trying to get some head exchange for if you give me some head, I'll do your headshots. Head for head. One is back shots, one is headshots. No.
That's an interesting ass name for somebody's headshot title. Like, damn, they company. Yo.
Right. So just be mindful. And then you got people that's out here having acting classes and filming and saying, if you be in my acting class, you could be in my movie. And they not reputable, so why? Yeah. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's definitely some Diddy stuff going on, but now it's more so of a person wanting to do it. Like people like being in those places. Sad to say, people are popping pills. People are loving to be in those spaces. Yeah, I don't think a Diddy party was bad. I just think the people that wanted to be there was there. Yeah. But if in any case a minor was there, it's a no. But I don't think minors were there. Like, I just don't. I just think that he had his parties. And when it was at a certain time, you knew what was gonna happen. Some people left, and some people didn't.
I mean, let's keep it 100. Like, we from Chicago. How many house parties though? You know what I'm saying? People done had, and you know what I'm saying? It first starts off as spades. Everybody playing the spade game, and then from spades, everybody drinking. And next thing you know, it's like, damn.
Listen.
So
I ain't never did that.
That's some other shit though. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I ain't never went to playing spades to some other shit. Like when I was 16 and I went to a party, I was not playing spades, y'all. I was joking. I was having fun. I wasn't doing nothing extra in that moment but dancing and be with my friends. Now, it may have been people that was, but that was because that was what they wanted to do. And there wasn't nobody at the parties that was 21 and 22 and 25 and 30 coursing the ladies to do stuff. Yeah. When you're at that age in 15 and 16, you know what the fuck you want to do. Right. I'm sorry, but at 15, I knew what I didn't want to do. I knew when somebody tried to holler at me when I was 20. When they were 21, I said no. Yeah. It's some people who don't know, but I said no. Like, you too old for me. I ain't doing that. Exactly what I said. But I knew somebody that was like, I was talking to this person when I was your age and they was this age. Yeah. And I said, and that's you. And that's fine. And that's you. Yeah. But you always have a choice. And sometimes people want to do stuff because they feel like it's gonna better them, or this person got money. Baby, the young girls back in the day was messing with the drug dealers. They was doing their thing, and I ain't knocking them. It was doing their thing. They was getting beat up by the drug dealers. Baby mama.
Yeah.
I watched somebody walk around the corner, knotted up like Martin because they want to deal with somebody. Some girl, baby daddy, he was a drug dealer, and he had kids by her. Knotted her up, had it looking just like Martin.
Let me ask you this. How do you deal with jealousy and hate? You're a woman in this business. You know what I'm saying? You stepping on toes because to a certain extent, I mean, yes, certain men feel they are like, yo, this is my space, so I'm dominating this or whatever. You come in, you disrupting things. Or, hey, you might have women that basically be hating because they feel like you got a BBL, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with the hate?
Do you want to fight? Oh, okay.
That's it.
No, let me stop. No,
She got hands, y'all.
the hate. Women that hate kind of disappear from me. Like they kind of just dismiss themselves from my presence. I've noticed that. And so the men that hate, what happens with that is once they are around me and they see that I'm not the person that they think that they thought I was, they kind of lighten up a little bit. Because for some reason people keep seeing me for competition. And I just feel like that I'm not your competition.
Yeah.
I promise you, none of the shit that we are doing is the same. I'm not in competition with you.
Yeah.
That's the thing people got to realize. Like, I just did a Christmas movie, a thriller, and a family drama. All in 1 year.
Working.
All in 1 year. I didn't do 3 movies with somebody getting shot up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. No, I 3 different movies, 3 different lanes. Christmas movie, a thriller, and a family drama.
Yeah. 3
different things. If you doing a comedy, why the do you feel like I'm in competition with you? Baby, I'm not. Congratulations. I need to laugh.
So, advice for somebody that's coming in this business, if you can give them advice, another woman, like, you know what I'm saying, all the things we talked about, how would you give them some advice about how to navigate? What is the first step that you just say, hey, sweetheart, this is how you do it?
I would say, sweetheart, come in and have an open mind and a caring heart. And do not try to that person to get a movie made. Don't try to use your coochie to get by. Literally just be yourself.
Right.
Because being yourself and converse with other people, you're going to see that them people are not for you. Either they are or they ain't.
Yeah.
Just by being around people, you will kind of see, you know what I'm saying, who you can mess with and who you can't. Don't be a part of the gossip. Just be there. If you there to, if you want to come on set and you want to learn, just come on set and learn. Don't come on set to try to get some shit to go back on another set and talk.
Yeah.
That ain't the way that it go. Mind your business.
Yeah.
That's not your business.
This is true. I feel you. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a rapid fire question. Some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Just some stuff that's happening in the times now. What is your thoughts on this Tesla truck? You like that truck? Have you seen it?
The truck that look like an octagon?
A big ass refrigerator. That's what it looked like.
I drove past it a couple of times. It ain't for me.
You don't like it?
I don't.
It's something that I saw that I was like, this is interesting. I wouldn't buy that shit, but I thought it looked
like it might got a bed up in it or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. A bed in the back. Like if I want to go back there and lay down while the car driving. People getting it just for show, just to say I got it. Yeah. I can get it, but that's weird too. Because I would have never gotten that unless someone bought it for me. Then if you want to buy it for me, then okay.
Even then though,
no.
Yeah, it's weird as hell, man. What's a movie right now that you watching that you anticipating? What's a movie right now that you like, or a series that you watching that you like? Yo, this shit dope.
I've been watching Alex Cross.
The one with Tyler Perry that he played?
Cross. No, it's I don't know the guy's name. I'm so bad with names, y'all, but it's called Cross. It's on Amazon Prime. The dude ended up losing his wife in the beginning of the movie, and then the killer is stalking him and his family. He's a cop. So it's called Cross. I've been trying to get into it because everybody been talking about it, but I know the actor. I can't remember his name. I'm not good with names, but I know his face.
Okay.
And so I support them.
I'm gonna give you some of the things I'm watching and some of the things that inspire me to even get into film. But one of my favorite shows right now is a show called From. I don't know if you up on it.
I am. I listen. I'm a
From
with the black man from
He's in a lot of shit. He was in Oz. He was in.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know he's from Oz because I saw Oz. So yes, Oz.
So, and then, he's been in a lot of shit. I can't think of his name, but the fact of the matter, I love that show because I love the writing. I love the uniqueness. I love all that weird like Twilight Zone shit. Like one of my favorite series is Black Mirror. Not the first season. A lot of people won't give me hate for that, but the first season I don't know what was going on. Second season and up. Oh man,
baby, let me tell you something. The first season I turned that shit off.
Yeah, first season was.
I watched. I said, "Listen, I ain't gonna try to figure it out." God damn it!
First season was interesting.
I turned it off.
But the good thing about Black Mirror is that every episode is different, so it's like a new episode. A lot of people, the dude that was in Get Out, I saw him first in that in Black Mirror. I like shit like that. I like things that are just unique. That's what made me get into doing films and working with so many dope people and coming up with these unique concepts and all like that.
I think Zendaya did Euphoria. I mean,
she killed that shit.
Yeah,
like,
so
she killed that.
I was watching that, and I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm like, she just so proud of her, just watching her just evolve. And I'm just like, how can I navigate into that? Because I'm an actress.
Yeah.
I'm an actress at heart.
Yeah.
If somebody say, hey, you got 6 films that you're doing this year, and you're not gonna have time to direct, I say, okay. I put it all on the back burner just to be in front of the screen and just to really tap into some different shit to just like pull something up out of myself because I really want to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's hard doing that, being a director, and then on the independent set, because even though I'm the director, I'm also the executive producer. I'm also the producer. I'm also the person that's catering the food because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm also wearing all these hats. So it's hard for me to get in tune. It's hard for me. Not saying the next person can't do it, but it's hard for me to get in tune when I have to wear all them hats and still act.
Mm-hmm.
But
I ain't mad at that.
it is what it is.
So what you got coming up, man? What's new? What's next? What you got going on?
Right now, I have a Christmas movie out on Tubi called The Day Before Christmas on Christmas Day.
Okay.
I have a movie premiere for my thriller, The Auntie, on February 1st. And I'm going to release that to my distributor within like the next week so we can release the Tubi.
Okay.
So we are releasing to see if I can get an original. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one, but we still going to see.
Hey, look, this ChicallyWOOD. This is what we doing. We here to basically make situations and connections happen. Like,
Facts, big facts.
This is what we trying to do, man. So, with that being said, man, how can people find you?
You can find me on all platforms at Sherell Brown. On Instagram, Sherell Brown _ name spelled SHERELL. Brown is in the color _ and on Facebook, Sherell Brown. Before we let out, I want to give a big shout out to Omar for helping me out on my sound with my movie.
Shout out to Omar.
He did scoring. He did the FX sounds. He has his own thing, BLE Cinema, and he works with Jay Davis. And I want to give a huge shout out to my best friend Felicia. Felicia works with Jay Davis,
Yeah.
and Omar now, and she's been producing things all over Chicago. She's been doing her shit with the reality show world.
Okay.
So she's been stepping in over there, but she also steps in to help me out. And with this post-production process, like she really stepped in and kind of just helped me out real big. And I couldn't have had Omar to do it without her. So I just want to give a huge shout out to to my best friend Feet.
Hey,
but that's my girl.
That's what it is, man. Look, check it out, man. It's your boy YoungBlaze, man, and this is ChicallyWOOD, Acting ChicallyWOOD, and where this is a platform I'm creating to be able to create our own industry, where people will come and find talent here, and we don't have to go other places. And if we do, it's because people are like, yo, we need some of that. Mm-hmm. Either way it goes, anybody that wants to know more about me, make sure you go to my website, www.youngblazesite.com. I'm a rapper, producer, engineer, scorer. Man, it's a lot. I write, direct, You know, and that's the reason why I wanted to create this platform, because I've met so many dope people like yourself, so many people that need the opportunity to be able to say, hey, how do we work with this person? Or I did not know that person was doing this and that's that and the third. So this right here, I want to be able to say, hey, and even here's the thing, I want it to be so big to the point where it's like, look, I'm bringing in people to fill in for me because I'm doing something else, but this is living on to do what it needs to do. I don't have to be in competition with you because you have something that I'm going to need. You know what I'm saying? It's not about a want, because I need to get to the next level. I've been blessed to be in a situation to be able to do well, but that was based off of people coming into my circle, them helping me and I'm helping them. So, and the only reason I knew they existed because somebody else was speaking how dope they were. And I was like, yo, I got to work with this person. So now I want to basically expedite that situation and bring people in, like people like you, people I've come across, other actors, like, and then hopefully I get them on the show, like Dwan Austin, David Walker, Sharice Eaglin, you know, and to name a few more people. Like I said, it's a community that's super dope. And let's not forget the rappers, you know, like shout out to my guy OD, shout out to Taco. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope people that need these looks. So with that being said, this is ChicallyWOOD. It's your boy YoungBlaze. And
Sherell Brown.
there we go. Peace.